En espérant que on va pas durer trop longtemps ce soir, je vous dis bonsoir. Oh là là, Ornichard, mes félicitations, tu as franchi le cap. Très belle photo de mariage. Et oui, c'est officiel. Tu fais partie des exceptions. Vous faites partie des exceptions, toi et ta femme. En tout cas, mes félicitations et que du gros, gros, gros bonheur. Vraiment, ça fait plaisir qu'il y ait encore des convictions, des hommes de valeur avec nous. But don't forget, tonight is Wednesday, and we're going to talk only in English. So please don't let me speak too much in French. But once again, Oni, I'm really, 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 really happy. Congratulate you for your wedding. And I hope a lot of blessing with this beautiful baby. I'm pretty sure. I can't wait to see him. Now there will be a lot to share. So I hope those Mel Noir that I've done previously gonna help you for the future. I hope it's not gonna take too long because I know you guys are working tomorrow. So it has to be short. But I wanted to do a Mel Noir exclusively with the break, the circle, because last time on my previous Mel Noir, I did mention it quite a while, and I have a lot of very welcome, Oni, welcome. So I have a lot of feedback regarding how to break the circle, and I said that this time I'm gonna make it more in brief and a special, so then everyone can listen to it and then do something about it. So what do I mean when I say break the circle? Okay. All right. Okay. I'll let you know, guys. Okay. But it would be great that you let me talk first, and then after half an hour, then we can have a discussion if you really want one. But I think this one is really good if you can listen to it, because it can definitely help you for later and see what you can improve for yourself, or to give it to one of your friends that can help. We never know. En tout cas, it's very good for you guys to listen to it. So I try to be brief on that one. All right. So hello Juliette, Juliette Rose. I really appreciate you here, girl. Thank you. Bon, I don't want to talk too much. Let's say we used to watch your live with my wife. Oh, really? Let me read this one. We used to watch. Oh, where's my glasses? That's sadness when you're getting old. Can't really see anything. Okay, we used to watch your live with my wife. So inspiring. Oh my God. Ooh, and I like when you say my wife. So it means that you really do things together. So you have a lot together to talk about, because I like to point at some very good points. Thank you. Alors, let's get started. Too much talking. And wifey, listen to it, because that can be helpful as well for you. So, what do I mean by break the circle? It's like, when you do something, I will take an example. Oh, I'm very good for the example. You keep, without noticing, we're going to talk about relationship, right? When you keep having the same problem, the same issues with your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, name it. And every time when you come to that point, the answer is still the same. After another relationship, still the same problem. It feels like if every woman has the same problem, it's not necessarily the person external, the woman, who is a problem. Can be you. I take another example again. I want to lose weight. Every time I say it's coming to summer, it's gonna be okay. July is gonna be in 2 months, for instance, And we are here in February, and I say every February after the Christmas period, I want to lose weight. So I'm going to be on diet. So then for July, I will be ready. And I start every year is the same thing. We all have the same resolution. And then when it comes to a cake, to a night out with the girls or with your friends, some alcohol, and you give it up again. You start to eat, you start to drink, and you forget about all your new resolution. Each year is still the same. Is it your friends? Is your environment the problem? Is it maybe you? I'm going to go to the Bible. When you have Moses who've been walking around and around and around the mountain for 40 years. Was it the problem of her GPS? Or he was somewhere with himself? So all these examples just to prove you one thing. We keep doing the same thing, we're having the same results. We are not happy with the result, then we have to break the circle. And if I want to go deep, for people who have parents who've been divorced, that used to arguments in their childhood with their parents. They never seen love from the parents. Never see them kissing, touching each other. Say nice things. Celebrating Mother's Day. They only got used to fight, arguments, moody people. And then when they grow up and they are in the relationship, they reproduce the same. The syndrome of he reproduced the same because he said, "Oh, I always seen my parents doing this, so maybe that's why I'm doing that." But your parents are done. You saw the result, but you're still doing the same. It means that you're still doing something wrong. Not the parents, because the parents has done the mistake, but what about you? So that's what I'm talking about, breaking the circle. We want to change the thing, change the pattern, change the result. And that's why we're going to focus today. With this, I want you to shift your focus by letting go all the problem that you have. When I mean the problem from your past, your trauma, it's very hard. It's actually very easy to say, but much more harder to do it, isn't it? Because when you say that, like the rational aspect, and when I say to shift your focus on letting go the past, for instance, you cannot fix the thing. Sometimes you say, yes, it's maybe me not. Maybe you need to forgive yourself and move on. I'm coming back again. They also say we should choose our thoughts carefully. Breaking the circle again. Choose your thoughts. For people who are married, newly married, you still know each other very well. From very long time. Sometimes you've been together for more than 3 years at least. So you know more or less how she reacts, right? Or how you react. But it will be sometimes that is very deep. Your ego has taken something very deep and it cannot swallow the pill. So what to do? Choose your thoughts carefully. Because you know the person, you know how good she is, but you know the enemy is everywhere. When love is in the air, the enemy is also in the air. So if you're not aware of what is going on in your head when things is happening, you will be surprised of what can be the consequences of that. My last memoir, I talk about pregnancy, I believe. And you all know, especially for people who has their first child, you will know you will have some issues because it's a new life coming out inside of you. I'm talking for the mother. And you will feel some strange feelings angriness, or you will start to perceive your husband differently, more free, because obviously he hasn't have to carry the pregnancy. Arguments gonna start. When the baby's gonna come out of you, yes, it's gonna be cute. Mwah. arguments gonna start, because who's gonna carry it? Who's gonna get used to it? Negativity will be in the air. Choose your thoughts carefully. Feelings make you do things, make you crazy, because in your head you have something who actually impact your emotion, and then you act differently, positively or negatively. Choose your thoughts carefully. And for that, I have a tips. Focus on what is good in that person and your husband. Focus that this is just a moment. It shouldn't take the full decision, crazy decision, because of this emotion. Because the devil, he will always attack you when you are weak. That's why you have to be careful with your thoughts. Don't listen to the negative part. Do not. And then be open to others. Why would they say be open to others? It's like, it's not in case of you have a problem, so you have to stay on your own, you need to think. Sometimes it's good. But if it doesn't work, let people in your life, your friend, your family, let them be part of you a bit. Let them cheer you up. Let's bring some positive energy around you. Don't let yourself feeling down for too long. For too long, I said. And the one I quite like is when they say we have to be able to say no, and firmly, to protect your peace. Don't let any negativity come to your life to spoil your day, to spoil your every moment. Say no to it. As you can notice, when I talk about breaking the circle, I explore 4 different points, isn't it? But we're going to go in depth, because I think that's where you can even grab a pen and paper and start to write some tips. Hello, Yongo. Tonight, as you can see, we're going to talk about break the circle. And now we are in the part where I want you guys to realize that breaking the circle has a pattern. It's not necessarily from your past with your parents, your grandparents. It's also from you as a result. And it comes with 3 main points, which is think, act, and feel. You're going to understand. Well, I'm talking about those 3 because obviously you know me, I like to do some research, and I find that very interesting, because without noticing, this is how I realized I have to change personally. They said, one thing, have you ever noticed how difficult it is to do something to make you feel good when you are low? We all know that, yes, or okay, you had the bad news and you really want to let it go, but you just can't. It's something, it's like some forces you can't explain. But there is some forces who say, no, stay in your damn shit. Isn't it? And then you have when everything doesn't work. You try to change the job, you're still not happy. You change the wife, you're still not happy. You change the house, you're still not happy. Something is wrong. This is a pattern coming through. And for any other people who've been looking around and searching around and never been satisfied, it's about time that you please reflect on those 3 words. Think, act, and feel. So what do we have on this one? They call it the circle of growth. Listen carefully. When you have this moment where you realize that everything that you do always ending up badly, have the bad result, you're never happy, it's not that you've been unlucky. It's not that you've been challenged by God, which is kind of true actually. But it's mainly because you have a moment where you have to improve yourself. So déjà, when we say a moment where you have to improve, it feels like the growth part of your life is starting now by breaking the circle. The result comes because of your own outcomes, obviously. Your thoughts, your feelings, and everything has an impact on the result, isn't it? But sometimes, you have your gut to say to you, please listen to me. Don't do it, but you're still doing it. The result ending up bad. And then how you feel when you feel like everything is going bad. You feel bad, and you bring negativity around you, and you don't even realize that you're having a pattern. But your friend keeps telling you that you're always doing the same. You're always gonna have this, and you still don't want to listen. So when we say breaking the patterns, it's not only having the knowledge to know how to do it, it's also being ready to do it. And that's why I wanted you guys to pay attention to those 3 words, which is think, act, and feel. Why those things? What those 3 words? Because when you talk about your thoughts, what you have in mind, right? We have a lot of possibility when we're having a problem. It comes like a matrix, blah, 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 a lot of numbers, a lot of possibilities, a lot of worries, a lot of, if I do this, if I'm doing that. It's like a brainstorming, isn't it? But then this brainstorming, we come up to something. I think I'm going to take a clear example. You are not happy in your job, and then it's been like for the past 2 years you've changed 3 times the job, right? And you're still not happy, and you're thinking that okay, maybe it's the people, but you have enough. You want to have a change, so you're ready now to explore what you can do. Then you have your thoughts. When you got to that last job, you wasn't happy because probably your boss wasn't nice, too much deadlines, your colleagues, they're fake, it's too far, too much transport, it's very bad. And then your feelings, you feel stressed, you don't sleep, you don't eat, you have spots, you call sick almost all the time, you are in a bad mood, feelings coming up. So because of these feelings, what do? You change the job, your action. So that's why we have to change the pattern this time. Because we don't want to keep changing the job all the time, the position, the company, no. We want to be happy. We want to be happy. What do we have? A feeling. So that's why you have to reposition yourself on the feeling. I want to feel better. I want to be able to go to work and be happy about it. I want to be able to wake up in the morning and have a smile on my face. I want to be able to handle all the difficulties at work. That's the feeling. Because you want to have that, what you do? You have to act. By acting how? Because you will go to work, you will smile, you will try to be nice with everyone, your behavior is going to change. Because you have changed your behavior, the result also will change. So you see, all those 3 words will be connected. Let me know if I'm wrong. But then when it comes to a relationship, it's not the same. Because I will talk to those single ladies who go to a relationship, who go to a new date, and she be dating, and always have the same pattern with the men. Always see the same at the beginning, they're nice and XYZ. It may not be the man the problem. It's probably how you work it out. Remember those 3 words we said? Your thoughts, your action, and your feelings. That's why we say, guys, before you get to a relationship, before you go to a new date, before you think to have somebody in your life, check yourself first. Which state of mind are you? Are you in a position to be open to give somebody your attention? Are you gonna have the nerve to handle it with this new person? Are you ready for those conversations? Did you understood your past relationship before you get to that new one? It is really important before you get to a new date, obviously, to check your 3 words. I repeat again: thoughts, action, and feeling. Because if your thoughts are not right, your action will be wrong. The feeling, you understand what I mean by that. So what to do? Before you go to a relationship, you need to remember what you feel. Or at least because you are done, because maybe the one was cheating on you, it was disappointing, XY reason. You need to reposition yourself, girls. Reposition yourself on positivity. Not like, okay, I'm going to have one, I'm going to have a boyfriend, or I'm going to have a partner, I'm going to marry. No, it's not that shit, no, girls, it's not that. It is, I want to be happy. I want to have a smile on my face. I want to be myself. I don't want to have to let him know that he has to call me back. All these small things. Be in that position first in your head. For this, what are you ready to do? We're talking now about the action. Or I'm going to go on date, or I'm going to... No, it's not a question of that, or go to a website. What are you going to do yourself to get to that, to maintain the state of mind? I'm going to be happy. So how do you make yourself happy? Not by going on dates. Make yourself happy by enjoying your own company, enjoying your own self. Yes. So then you will feel the kind of happiness that someone is not really in need to prove you that he's there. You will take him as extra. You will enjoy that person because you are happy with yourself. Now you are ready to take in somebody new, to discover, to go to that journey together because you are ready. You are happy with yourself. And how you know if you're happy? Because everything looking good in your life. You may have some problem, but somehow you have a smile on your face because you can handle it. Feelings make you what? Do better action. Am I right? Am I wrong? This is not finished. I hope that you understand the movement because this is just the beginning. And then what do we have here? We need to explore your thoughts. Why? Because sometimes I will stop in that relationship because you have some new couples now, new husband and wife. And you have also people who really want to improve themselves who are listening. So I really want to explore the 3 words. And I hope it's going to help you to move forward in your own life. When we say your thoughts, you need to check where you are. When you have done a situation that you wasn't happy. Yes. Like for instance, you are a couple. You wasn't happy about certain behavior that he doesn't listen to you properly. And that make you feel bad. Your thoughts in your head. So many things come, or maybe it's not the right man, or I got it wrong, or you start to point. But try to reflect again, step back and think, how can I improve myself to him? Maybe if I change, he can change as well. Remember one thing. When you have when you receive a good news, you are happy, isn't it? You are happy, you enjoy yourself. Let's say, yes, oh my God, I just saw a friend. It's been 20 years we haven't seen each other, and now he's there. He's in the town. He's coming in London. I'm very happy. So everything starts to make sense. Everything is positive. Everything is nice. Everything feels good. And now you can do your housework properly. You want to look good. You attract the good energy just because you know that something good is happening. your friend is on the way. So good energy attract what? Good energy. Good is good, bad is bad. Bad now. When you have a very horrible day at work, your boss was this way, you missed your train, your client wasn't happy, everything went wrong. What you are? Bad mood. When you come in bad mood, somebody just maybe push you without noticing, you lose your control and you start to fight. Just because what? You had a bad day. Consequences. Fight. So I cannot lie on that one. You can see yourself. When you are in a good environment, it will only attract good things. When you are in a bad environment, it will only attract bad things. So that's why we say we have to choose the person coming to our life very carefully. Not by checking his CV, but it's checking if he's compatible with your state of mind. If we want to change the circle, we need to reflect on what is inside of our heart. It's not always the others, as I said previously. This is what we expect from the world and what we are ready to give to that world. And that will start with who? With you. You cannot spend your time blaming yourself for something that is not in your control. Oh, I'm very good for that. Not long ago, I was even in that position where I thought about my friend who lost his life a couple of years ago. And then I start to have all the bad negativity. Why? I should have been more present. I should have done this. I should have done that. And then I couldn't even talk to my kids. I was very upset with myself. Choose your thoughts carefully. This is what we say, isn't it? On that particular moment, I choose the negativity. Yes, I feel in it. I needed to cry. I needed to feel sorry for myself. But then I said, no, Letitia, no, Melnoir, come on. It was hard still. I still cried. I had to speak to who? To a friend. Thank you, Master Z. And somehow it helped me to open up, to let it go, to realize what I wasn't able to realize, like plenty of things. That's personal now. But because I was open to hear my friend talking to me, this is what highlights me in my mind to see what am I going to do next with myself. When I hang off the phone, I start to say, no, I have to change. I have to change. I have to forgive myself. I have to put aside my issues. I want something new. And I have to embrace it. I'm still alive. This is my thoughts. I have to shift all my thoughts, to shift also my feelings, to shift the way I'm going to behave. Breaking the circle is not only with prayers. Prayers is good to enhance, to give you more strength. But God will only appreciate who you are, what you are doing, if you are the one doing this effort. It's very hard because life today is very challenging. Everyone talk about pervert narcissistic, money, everything is expensive, nothing is like before. Hey, with God, anything is possible. But without us, who is God? How God can use our faith or our life to prove that He was there if we are not accepting to make the changes ourselves. We cannot spend our time complaining if we don't want to take the time to reflect on what we are doing. I'm fat, I'm always broke, I'm single, always hard to raise the children. We always have something to think about. But this is where you choose to act, where you choose to think. that count. And you should open your eyes. There is many women out there who are bitter, who are not happy with their life. What did I say before? Negativity attracts what? Negativity. Which means people who are not happy, they can't give you happiness. If you are with a man who is not happy in his own shoes, how can you give you happiness? If you are with a man who is not ready to give you love, how can you expect to receive love? That's why we say we have to check the person before we open up our heart. But sometimes you say, no, but I can feel it's different, it's this, it's that. Give yourself excuses. You will see the consequences later. Sometimes we must be able to step back again and to see how we feel. And that's why when you are in a relationship, it is important, I think even primordial, to check your feelings before anything else. Because your feelings will affect, obviously, your thoughts and then your action. As I said before, thinking, feelings, action, they all work together. They all have an impact on each other. So that's why when you are in a relationship, we must acknowledge what we feel inside. If you are not happy and you choose to close your mouth, you will start to pretend. If you pretend, it's fake. It's evil. That's the devil's job. If you are with someone, it's not only to pretend that you are a couple. It's to share. It's also to grow together. But how would you grow together if you are not able to open up and speak freely of what you are feeling? Sometimes you just don't want to confront because it will lead to what? Arguments. Honey, boy or girl, argument is not necessarily negative. If it is also part of growing, especially when you are a couple. Don't think, oh, she's too much. No, because she has a lot to explain. Don't listen to the negativity in that part, which is, oh, she's arguing, she likes to talk. No, she has something to say. Try to work on yourself to be able to listen to what she has to say. When she finished to talk, try to repeat what she said. And when you finish to repeat what to say what you are about to do. Okay, there be some of you who are much more reluctant, and they say, oh, I need some time out, or I need my time, I need to go out, I need to breathe, I need to reflect, and I come back to you. Say it. Say that you need some time to think about. Say it, because if you don't talk, it will lead to something else. You have to stay clear. If you really want a relationship to work, you guys need to acknowledge what make you feel bad. And also what make you feel good. So then you can work together. Breaking the circle starts from there. You need to realize that the result, the consequences, is not what you want. If it is not what you want, what you do, you work on it. You don't know how to work on it? Reflect, research, speak. You will attract positivity. Okay, you have a problem of ego and you don't know how to put your man's hood in a side to let a little bit of woman's side. I mean, for instance, you have to do the housework, something very basic. You don't like the housework. You never used to do the housework. But now that you're living with her, you need to make an effort, blah, blah, blah. And it's tiring and you're not used to it. And damn, it pisses you off. Talk to her. Okay, I don't like this. Every day you're going to tell me, yeah, I have to put my socks in that side. And I forget all the time. What can we do to make it better? Oh, you need to remember, yes, but I always forget. Is it maybe if I put the socks in in this way, I will not forget. So you also bring solution. That's how you consolidate your relationship, and you're working together for a better result. Breaking the pattern, breaking the circle, briser les chaînes is all a question of not being happy with the result. Because when I'm talking like this, bear in mind, there is some people who are completely happy with the result that they have. Okay, they are always alone, they are always unhappy, and they're good with it. They're not ready to change. Everyone has 12 o'clock at the watch. But someone has 12 past 1, past 10, past 3, but you have a 12. But it depends. So it means what? It means that everyone, when you're going to be ready, he's going to be ready. But on his own time, on term, on everything. Because happiness is personal, right? If the person is not ready to change, you can climb the mountain back and forth. He's not ready to change. He's not going to wait for you. That's why you have to be careful. You need to show also patience, because when you want to change your patterns, you need to allow yourself some time. Remember, write down your goals. If you are together and you really want to be successful together, write them down together. Try to do things together. If you're not sure, ask the other person. Work together. You need to learn to work together. And I think that's what is missing today in our relationship, is working as a group, as a real couple. It doesn't mean that you need to share the same activities, the same hobbies, no. But when times come, you know that you can count on the both of you. Breaking the pattern is when you have to be able to say, stop, I want it differently. That stop moment will be your period of growth. You accept to grow because you want to change yourself. Relationship is always two people. So you want to work the best together, change. Having common goals. You want to be happy, you want to be truthful, you want to be faithful, you want to be funny, you want to speak together. Put it in a big piece of paper, put it somewhere in your wall, and repeat together. You need to find some complicity together for a better result. For those who are not in a relationship and just have some shit going on in their life and it's always the same, you need to change your thoughts. Not like, okay, I'm going to be more positive. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, no, it's not that. Focus on the result. Happiness. I want to see myself happy. What can I do? You start from the end to draw the beginning. For instance, I want to lose weight. You see yourself in your mind in the correct size that you want. And from that side, I'm going to change this, and that. Okay, I'm not going to eat chocolate. I'm not going to do this. And it's not only talking. You write it down, action plan. And you try to monitor yourself. If you don't monitor yourself, you will let somebody else monitor, somebody else to take the control of you. It can be the hell shaitan. That's why you always have to reflect on your action. Is this something good I'm doing? Is it realistic? Can I make it for long? All these small questions, ask yourself. To be independent on your thoughts. And then when you have your action plan, you put it on your wall. Because you see, what did I say before? Positive energy. Attract what? Positive energy. If you put your wall, I do an example myself. When I say, no, today I will do this. I will I have to do the food shopping. I have to make sure I will go on time at work. I say that tomorrow, for tomorrow, right? I do it, I'm reading it on my diary or on my wall. I have a post-it, and I repeat 4 or 5 times. I'm not going to be late. Actually, I'm going to be on time. I'm going to do this. Oh, okay. Questions time. All right, let me see that. Alors, Juliette Rose nous dit, every word that follows, I am, will come looking for you. Example, I am tired or I am happy. Those things surely follows you. I believe. Yes, you're super right. You're super right. Because somehow, when you say, no, I am tired, and then it will come with the tiredness, your back will start to hurt. You remember that, your bed is ready for you. Everything comes as normal. But when you say, no, I am good, I will do it because I have this, and I will do it is not enough. Remember, I will do it is not enough because it's the will. I'm doing it now. The fact that I said I will do it, let's see if I can do it now. Let me stand up. I will stand up. I will go and do my housework. I will go and do this. I will talk to that person. Is now. Try to learn to do your things right now. And keep thinking. Shift all your mind into it. You can only have results. Only have results. There is no way, if you don't learn how to shift your emotion, your feelings, your thoughts, that your action will not change. It's not possible. It has to have an impact. You will still have to see a reaction. For those who refuse to change, you become like a disease, I'm sorry. You will only attract people who are like you. I remember when I wasn't in a good place mentally, I was attracting men useless with themselves, no purpose. They all pretend because I was in the state of mind that, I want to believe. I wasn't even convinced by myself, but I just feel like, no, I feel like to believe. Let's see what you can do. Let's see. Wasted my time several times. Nothing has been moving forward. Disappointment after disappointment. Because I wasn't expecting nothing. Because I wanted to be with someone and that's it. But the more and more I could see my feeling, I can't stand this fat belly. It's irritating. I can't stand the way he looks. I can't stand his inactiveness. He doesn't make any effort to look good, at least, to be dynamic. He's always boring. Physically, mentally, sexually, all boring. You always have to push him, always have to motivate him. He reminds me of one of my kids. I don't want that no more. I need something more. What? I don't know. But this, I don't want it. Because I started to think about my feelings. I started to remove that person in my life. And guess what? It was the best things ever. And now you start to learn about listening to your guts, listening to your own feeling. So if you do the same, you can only have good result. In case of you feeling sad, that was the case as well. Give yourself some time to be sad. But write it down. You have to be happy because you believe in love, you believe in happiness, you believe in friendship, you have good people around you. It's about time that you visit them. Open up to them. Open up. It's hard, it's very hard to open your heart. I know, but don't always think that by being by yourself for a certain time, it will help you. No. It will just take more time for you to move forward. Life is short. Choose your thoughts. Do you want to stay in sorrow? Do you want to be always complaining about what things happen to you? It's about time to take in charge. So look at the result and change it. If it is not your action is wrong, look at the feeling. Listen to those feelings. How you feel. You feel anxiety, you feel you are nervous, you feel something, or you feel just happy. So if at the end of the day you're feeling happy, you're in a good way. Come back to this happiness emotion. And I think I give you the answers now. For you guys to be happy, you need to change your pattern. You will break the circle if you are willing to do so for a start. You will check your feelings. Do not ignore it because it will come back to you. Don't be like those people who say, I always knew she wasn't the one for me. I always knew it was bad for me. I always knew it's going to break. No, they always knew. What did you do? You didn't listen to it. That's the result. Don't always be the person who complains. Change that. If someone gives you a critic, accept it. Listen to it. Reflect. The critic, it has to be constructive. If it's helping you to get better, helping you to improve yourself, girl, go ahead. Don't listen to your ego. Don't be like those people who blame their whole life to somebody else. We are the only responsible for our life. Yes, but maybe your parents, but you're more than 18, you pay your own bills now. Don't give yourself excuses. If you are in a relationship, if you have a wife or a husband, if the husband is complaining about something about you, don't always say, I've always been this way. Now you're a husband. Now you're a wife. If you want to work it out together, this always been has to change. Altern. Be modified. Because you need to live also for him. We're living in a society where we're giving to everyone. We're working, we pay the tax. We are having children, we give them more time. It's always about giving. But what do you want to give? Positivity or negativity? Remember that. It's all depend on you. For you to break the circle, you need to be ready to do so, to listen to your feelings, and start to be realistic and see what you can do about it. If you don't know, go and research. Do not spend your time complaining or be in your sorrow or give yourself excuses. Do something about it. Do something about it. Don't complain, just do it. I hope it was helping you, that it did help you a lot, that highlights some few things and give you some good bump in your heart. I remind you again, this Friday I'm not going to be here in London, I will be in Paris. So I will still do this one in French and I will put it on YouTube so you guys can have it also in French on YouTube, which is on my channel, melnoir.j, and I will put it on my Instagram as well. And yes, in Paris, by night, I should be in la suite 34. Voilà. Je vous laisse. I give you a big kiss. See you next time.